Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. I guess I am live. I guess I
Doggie
am live
Diamonds
in
has been the
effect,
month
in
of
the
Mondays,
flesh. What's
man.
up, everybody? It is your boy Doggie Diamonds. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. Uh, Tonight, this is for y'all. This is for my audience. It's been a while since I talked to the bro, so I'm gonna bring him on the screen right now. I'm gonna let him introduce himself to you. Introduce yourself to the people. He over there. He in the studio right now. Introduce yourself to the people.
I go by the name of Cassidy, the hustler. Doggie Diamonds has been the month of Mondays. What's up with you, boy?
Ain't nothing much. Tell them how I used to come to the studio that you had in BK. We used to always chop it up and come down there and listen to a lot of the music that you was doing.
Yeah, man. That's when I was out there working. I'm down here in Atlanta now.
Okay,
We out
okay.
in the A cooking up, man. I had to come out here and get some more tree air. You know what I mean? A better environment. Fuck with the animals and nature.
Yeah. So
Had to get in this place.
where's all that music you used to let me hear though? Where is it?
I just released two projects. One in October called The Science is on all platforms, and I released another one in December called The Formula. And I'm
Got
coming
you.
with another one next month called The Wise Man. So I'm constantly putting shit out, man.
Got you.
All that
Got you.
music that you probably heard, maybe I ain't dropped that because I be making so much shit, man. All of that shit don't be coming out, man. Some of that shit go in the archives, but
Nah, that was
I'm
great music
definitely
though.
releasing a lot of shit. I get a light.
It was a lot. It was a lot of good music. So you do the music, but within the last couple of years, you step back in that ring. What's the difference?
From when I used to battle back in the day.
No, no. What's the difference between you doing the music and then putting the music, dropping the projects, but then now you have to write for a battle? What's the difference?
Um, I guess because I've been doing music for so long and been writing in battle form for so long, like being competitive and going at other MCs for so long, it's like real easy to write for battle rap. Like it's only three verses. So um it's three long verses, but you know, most songs is three verses. So it's like I could do three verses in one sit down. It's not really like challenging for me. Back in the day when we used to battle, you used to have your clip full. So if a dude was prepared, sometimes the battle could last 10, 12, 15, 20 rounds. You never know how long it'll last. So you got to make sure you got your clip full and you got a bunch of shit to say and a bunch of shit memorized and be able to freestyle a bunch of shit. But now you only gotta have like 3 rounds prepared and you got months to prepare. And now you got social media where you could study and look up certain rumors and just run with it, even if it's not necessarily true, and get a response. So it's a big difference. It's a huge difference from how I used to do it when I used to battle rap, and it's a huge difference from making music. That's why you see a lot of the dudes that make good songs, they won't cross over and do battle rap. And you see a lot of dudes that battle rap that might be good at battle rap can't make a good song because it's a big difference.
So what's a battle that we didn't see that probably went like 30 rounds that you had in your career that we don't know nothing about?
One of the battles that went a long time was this battle between this was when I was in a group, Larceny Family. It was me, Shiz Lansky, and Kyle Akbar.
Akbar,
And we
yeah.
was battling three dudes from Philly. It was Lotto, Rocka, and Black Fame.
Mm,
It was like three dudes from Philly that was going hard back in the day. Actually, Swiss signed Lotto at one time and he was down with the clique, but this was after the battle.
mm-hmm.
And it started off 3 against 3. Eventually it was 2 against 2. And the last thing you know, it was just me against Lotto, and we was just going back and forth. But we was actually rapping to a beat. And it was the beat that we used on Rough Riders Ride or Die Volume 3. And me, Lotto, and a bunch of other dudes, J Hood, Shiz Lansky, a bunch of other dudes, we jumped on that beat on Rough Riders Ride or Die Volume 3. But that's why we used that beat, because we battled on that same beat for so
Mm.
long that the beat went down in history. So that's why we brought it back and used it for the compilation album.
So you one of the famous
But
battles.
but
Go ahead.
not to cut you off, but I remember the Locks was there. I remember Jada Kiss and Styles. They were sitting on the speaker. This was the studio in Yonkers. We wasn't in the main room. We was in the back room, and the Locks was sitting on the speakers. It was a bunch of people there. D, It was just a bunch of legends there. And we started battling when it was daytime and the sun was out. And
Wow.
we ain't stopped battling until it was like super nighttime. So the battle lasted hours and hours and hours. So I don't know exactly how many rounds, but it lasted a long time.
One of the most famous battles that people didn't see, but then we seen was you and Freeway. In that day, I don't. What was the story? How was that set up? Like, did you knew they would? Do you knew they was coming?
I was in the studio with Swiss. It was a Mary J. Blige song that she had did with Swiss did the beat and Jay-Z was rapping on it.
Hmm.
But it was a little outdated and she wanted them to update the song. So Swiss was coming to update the beat and Jay-Z was coming to update his verse. So while Swiss was in the studio working on the beat, before Mary get there, before Jay-Z get there, it's just me and Swiss there. So Swiss working on the beat, I get hungry, so I get the driver to take me to McDonald's. While I'm going to McDonald's, I hear the whole Rockefeller on the radio
Mm.
talking about they the best in the world. This was a legendary radio thing that they had, like one of their radio shows that went
Yes.
down in history where
History.
they
Yep.
was talking about battling and calling niggas out. Jay-Z was like, a nigga called up and said he wanted to battle. Guess how much he said he had? Niggas like, what? $1,000.
Mhm.
Holla. He talking crazy. He all on there disrespecting niggas. And I felt like they was talking to me, even though they wasn't. I just was a young, hungry nigga at the time. So when I got from McDonald's, I went back in the studio and I'm like, yo, Swiss, these niggas was talking crazy on the radio, talking about they the best and all that. He like, well, that don't matter because Jay-Z about to come to the studio anyway.
Mm.
So I just sat on the couch. I just prepared for Jay-Z to come. Next thing you know, he come. And when Swiss introduced me, he introduced me as his artist, the hottest nigga in the world. Like, you know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z like, what? The hottest nigga in the world? Where you from? You from Philly? You ain't hear my niggas that was just on the radio? I got the hottest niggas in the world, nigga. You don't even look big enough for Beanie. You too young for free. Nigga, what you want me to put you against my 16-year-old Chris? And Jay-Z just start
Oh,
talking
you talking
shit.
spicy? You was talking spicy too?
Crazy. So at this time, I was new to the industry, right off the street. So I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck who you bring through here. I kill any of them niggas. I don't give a fuck who you bring.
You said that to
So
Jay
he,
Z?
yeah. So he called them niggas. He picked up the phone. He like, yeah, I got this nigga in here talking crazy. Yeah, I need y'all to come through the studio. Yeah. He called them through. So next thing you know, Swiss start calling niggas through, and that's how the studio filled up with cameras. Um, Beans came through with Oskino, Chris, Free, all of them. And when they all filled up the room, Jay-Z said, now who you said you wanted to battle again? And I stood up and I was like, nigga, I ain't say I wanted to battle nobody. I said whoever you pick could get it.
Mm.
Like any of these niggas could get it. And they start calling out Free name. I guess Free did kill it on the radio earlier.
He shot
They
his
was
load.
working on Free album at the time.
Yeah.
So I guess they thought he was the center of attention. I thought they was gonna pick a different rapper than Free, but when they picked Free, I'm like, all right, and that's how I just set it off, and that's how it went down.
So keep it a buck. How that would have went if it was Beans? How that battle would have went at that particular time?
I thought they was gonna pick Beans because
Mm.
I know I'm from Philly and I know all of these styles, and I know Freeway is dope on beat. Like when he riding the beat, that in and out flow he uses is dope on beat.
Yes,
But
incredible.
like battle rap style is gonna be harder to catch it because you got to slow it down in order to battle rap, and in order to catch that in and out flow, it'd be difficult. So I didn't expect them to pick Free. I thought they was gonna pick somebody different, but I mean, it is what it is.
Beans with that
Oh, but
would
if it would have went
yeah.
with Beans, I mean, I met Beans before that. When Beans came in the studio, he knew he like B from Philly. He knew who I was. Like Jay-Z didn't tell them it was me. So they
Mm.
didn't know they was coming to the studio for me. They thought it was just a nigga popping shit and they was just gonna run all over him. Like a bunch of niggas had artists that they were signing up that all of them niggas would have ran over easily. So they thought it was just one of them situations. They ain't know it was me. But when he
Mm.
came in the studio, Beans like, oh shit, B from Philly. Like he know how I give it up already. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So um who knows? I don't know how Beans was prepared that day. I don't know what, you know what I mean, Beans had in the chamber. I just know how ready I was. So it didn't even matter if Hove was ready to rap. I was ready to go.
Woo, he told. Woo, you went after the super duper big homie.
Nah, it ain't matter. Like I told
Yeah,
him, like
yeah.
it don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a legend. I looked up to him before I even wanted to really rap and all that shit. But you know what I mean? Once I started putting in work and doing my thing, I just felt confident in myself, especially with battle rap. That's all I was focused on. And I know them dudes had a lot going on with a lot. I just got my budget opened up to start working on my first project. So I was making music, but all before that, I was only focused on battle rap.
Mm.
And I know I had so much material and so much shit to say. I know it'd be difficult for anybody to fuck with me at that time.
I
So
think
I just
that would have
ready.
been historical. We probably would still be talking about that to this day. We probably still been talking about you and Beans. So what was the sparring
Well, we
matches?
still talking about the me and free. That
Yeah, yeah,
paved
yeah.
the way
Facts,
to all
facts.
of these battle
No, no,
leagues
because
that we
you
got today.
no, but
Like
you
that was
won though.
before King of the Dot, before Smack, before RBE, before all of these battle leagues existed, it was the me and freeway battle. That's what paved the way for niggas to want to see more battle rap.
Got you.
So
Yeah, but
it's like it's
we took.
definitely a mark in
I
history
look,
and it's
but we
never gonna get forgotten.
look. We're talking about it, but you were easily victorious on that. We talking about the world wants to know like damn how he would have did Beans, how would Beans had to feel, because we never seen Beans battle nobody either. You understand what I'm saying? So you really you got your name off. That's when it was like, okay, this kid, if we didn't know who he was before, he took out somebody from the almighty Rockefeller crew. You know what I'm
You never
saying?
could underestimate nobody, but Beans respect my pen. We been in the studio before, worked on records and worked on music before, and we've been in the studio really working. And he got a chance to see like how my mind really worked. And Beans respect my pen, but I can't underestimate nobody. Who knows how I would have went? You know what I'm saying? You can't rewrite history. I don't know.
Yeah,
You know what I
you
mean? But I respect even Freeway, all of them. State property, they from my city. I respect state property all the way together, and I wish it ain't have to be them. But at that time, I just was hungry, and they just was in the way. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah.
it had to go down like that.
Yo, I think the funny thing I think the historic moment wasn't even really the battle. I think it was to put the beat on, and Swizz was like, "Nah, we doing this Acapulco," and it was like, what just happened? What's going on?" But what's dope though is that
But that
Philly,
all connect to what I said earlier, that free dope off the beat.
yes,
So that's the reason why he wanted to put on the beat, because a lot of them flows and a lot of them verses that he probably was working on at the time was to beats because he was making music. So he could have probably swagged it to the beat better. But you know what I mean? The way that was just straight raw battle rap, he probably wasn't prepared for that at the time. Not saying he can't do it, just at that particular time, he just wasn't prepared.
what I liked though was Freeway went on to have a great career though. Like he cause he supposed to have like, dudes when that happens to them, sometimes it's a dub, but he went on to have legendary verses and be on legendary songs. So he definitely put on for, y'all all put on for Philly well. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a moment in time, but it
He had a
definitely
dope clique he was with, man. The whole
yeah.
state property. Then he had Jay-Z, Dame, Biggs. He had a dope team behind him, man. So it was only right that he,
Yeah.
progressing this thing.
Um R. Kelly, was y'all in the studio doing that together?
Yeah, that was when I was working on my first project, Split Personality.
Mm-hmm.
Grady and Swiss, they set it up. I did mostly all of the records for the project, and we was working on a single. We knew we needed like a top 40 type of record.
Mm-hmm.
So they was looking for a big singer to like do a hook to make it, crossover easier. And when they brought R. Kelly up, I was like, hell yeah. If y'all could get that nigga on the song,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hell yeah. I was a super fan of that nigga. Like all of my like I used to always hang with older niggas that was older than me. And like my god brother was like a dude that raised me. My god brother died and he was 11 years older than me. And
Mm.
when we used to ride around, that's all he used to play. Like he was a gangster with guns on him and used to box and could beat any nigga, but used to ride around playing shit like R. Kelly. And the ladies used to love it when we used to ride past in them whips, all poloed out, playing R. Kelly. So he made a mark on my childhood. So I love that nigga. So when I got in the business and they said I could work with him, I'm like, hell yeah. And they flew me out to Chicago and I got in the studio with that nigga. I went to a studio and like When I first got in the studio, he was there. And me and Swiss just went right over to him and just let him know the idea because we already had the hotel concept and idea. And we let him know and played the beat. Well, first it was a beat tape playing that wasn't a hotel beat. And every beat that came on, he just came up with dope melodies and hooks to it immediately. And that's how I knew he was even more of a genius than what I thought he was when I seen him doing that. And once we played the hotel beat and let him know the concept, he just went in the booth and went crazy. He
Wow.
actually laid more than the first hotel. He laid the remix then. So the remix that we used, he laid that same time. And he laid a lot more hooks and bridges. We just only decided to use that one.
So where they at?
So Swiss got him. You know what I'm saying? Swiss got him somewhere on one of them drives. You know, in the future we could even make a newer song because there was a lot of shit that he laid. He's super dope. But that was the first time I met him. And the second time I met him was at the video shoot.
When he showed
The
up with
nigga
that
showed-
Zorro mask, you wasn't like, yo,
yeah,
fam.
the nigga showed up with the mask, showed up with his peoples. But I didn't even understand what the mask was about. But I just didn't even think he was going to come to the video shoot.
Got you.
So the fact that he showed up and he was ready to shoot and he respected what I was doing, I was happy. I ain't give a fuck if the nigga would have showed up in a Spider-Man costume, long as he was there.
Nah.
So that was the second time I met him.
Yeah.
And the third time that I was supposed to meet him, the only time that I was supposed to perform hotel with him was at Madison Square Garden. He was on tour with him and Jay-Z. They was on the Best of Both Worlds tour. I was supposed to come out with him that night and perform. But that controversy, that situation happened between him and Jay-Z. So they got into a situation and I never got to perform that night. But I ain't actually meet him that night. I seen some of the peoples that be with him, but I never even got to see him that night. So I only actually met him twice. The time when we laid the song, well, the time when he laid his part to the song, and the time when we did the video shoot.
Dope. I'm a Hustler. Is that your biggest record?
I think so. I thought it was mandatory because my first two singles was Hotel and Get No Better, which was big top 40 type of records, but they was for the ladies. And the dudes that knew me from being a battle rapper and being from the streets didn't understand why I came with records like that. And then I developed a new fan base that thought I only did records like that. So I felt like I had to set the record straight and do a different type of record, which was like I'm a Hustler. Street, lyrical, but still could be commercial and bang in the clubs, like all the above.
What was that Jay-Z? What was that Jay-Z split on that chorus? Did he?
I'm not sure. I don't remember. He got a nice percentage of it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know, and I was happy that he cleared it. Actually, it was a mixtape record. I did it as like a mixtape record. Me and Swiss was in the studio just wilding out making beats, and he made that beat. And we had a lot of acapellas of Jay-Z, and we sampled that and we put it together. And I did long verses. It was like 50 bar verses or something like that, where I was going a long time to that beat and to that chorus. And I put it out in Philly, and Rampage was one of the DJs that was down with Flip Mode Squad. He was DJing in Philly, and he started blasting it off. And when I went back to the city, I went to a club, and this one AI was in the city, and a bunch of other like you know dudes that was doing it big in the city. When soon as the hook came on, everybody like, I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie. Like everybody singing it. So I'm like, oh shit. It was like a little anthem in the city. So I went back to New York and I'm like, yo, Swiss, this shit is going crazy in the city. We got to shorten these verses though, because everybody going crazy on the hook. And the verses is long. It's not like a real song. It's like a mixtape joint. So we got to shorten these verses and make it into a real record. And at first he ain't understand it, but I told him and we did it. And the record label ain't really believe in it because in the chorus it's like nigga acts nigga acts about nigga acts about, and that's already 6-7 niggas already. So they're like, how we gonna mute that and get that on top 40 radio? It's impossible. That's not the record. But I was telling them like it's mandatory. So we dropped it anyway. No radio budget, no support. I just dropped it to the mix show DJs. And they started playing it so crazy, like it had money behind it. They started spinning it like crazy. And once the label seen that, Then you know they got behind it, put money behind it. We shot the video and made it happen.
You know what's crazy? Do you realize that that song sparked same music as 50 Cent I Get Money,
For sure.
and even LL Cool J, that Watch Me, is the same drums. Did you realize
Yeah,
that?
for sure. For sure. That's a legendary record. I mean, that was the first platinum ringtone. And
Mm.
ringtone is like what paved the way to all of this streaming and shit that niggas doing now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and it would have been an even bigger record if I was on the street to promote it. You know, when that I'm a Hustler album dropped, I got locked up like 2, 3 weeks before it dropped for the murder and the 2 attempted murders.
Mm.
So I wasn't able to go on the promo tour that they had set up. I wasn't able to promote it, and the big things that we was expecting to do right before it dropped, I wasn't able to do. So
Mm.
it would have been an even bigger record if I was around to make it, you know what I'm saying, as big as it was supposed to be.
So in the city, do you get along with people in Philly or no? Like what is Philly like? Because I'm not from Philly, but it always seemed like y'all got like a love-hate relationship in the city. Am I right, or am I no? I don't know what I'm talking about.
I guess it just depends on who you talking about, and I guess
Okay.
it's like that in any city. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? There's some people that you got, you know, that got love for you. Some people that used to have love for you, but it grew to hate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it could be some people that just always hated the way you gave it up. You know what I mean? That's just anywhere though. Um,
Cause I've seen like situations like when you battle Arsenal, Philly was together. But then some of the people that was with you, you end up y'all have words after that. And I'm like, I'm confused. Are y'all together or y'all not? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what's going on. Like I
I'm
thought.
always together with my city. Like I did a record called City of Brotherly Slugs where I put mostly damn near all of the city on it.
Mm-hmm.
And been doing a lot of other records like that. Been collaborating and working with everybody from the city forever. So
Mm.
I always want to see niggas from the city do their thing. But
Mm.
my energy is just crazy. Like the way I talk, it sounds like I'm too cocky. I'm too confident. I talk a little crazy. Been doing it for 20 years straight. Nothing ever happened to me. Like I never got beat up. I never got robbed. You know what I mean? All of the I've been through a lot of real shit, but the
Mm-hmm.
way I carried it was like the way a real nigga supposed to carry it. The way these rappers say that they would carry it, but when they get in them situations, it be different. But I really held it down like how you supposed to hold it down, and been doing it for a long period of time. This ain't been like a little run, like a little year or two run. It's been 20 years straight. And
Mm.
I've been saying it the same way every time. Like you could pull up an interview that I did with you today,
Mm-hmm.
pull up an interview that we did back in the day. And if you ask me similar questions, I don't know if you did or not, but I'm gonna answer it the same way. Ain't
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
gonna change, and there's no publicist behind me telling me what to say. I just give it up in the real way, and sometimes that make people feel uncomfortable when they know that they don't.
So
So,
when we talk about somebody like Gillie, friend or foe?
um, me and Gillie never really had no problems. Like Gillie never did nothing to me but start blogging and doing little shit. Like, but other than that, like he never did nothing to me. Like, never took no money from me. He never beat up none of my homies. He never got no shootouts. It's like nothing ever happened between me and Gillie. Like, and every time he was around me, he always showed me love, shook my hand. It only was seeming like it was issues on blogs and shit like that. And I know that's the lane he taking right now. Like that's what he do.
Mm.
So I kind of understand it better than the public do. But I don't want niggas to get it confused. There's no issues with me and Gillie. Like nothing ever happened. And if it did, I'm not aware of it. Only he is. You know what I mean? I mean, it's probably something that I did that could have affected him that I ain't aware of.
Mm.
But me being aware of any issues, nothing ever happened with me and him other than him blogging and trying to catch cool points off my name and the shit backfired and never worked. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So I don't know what the issue is, but I got love for not just the rappers in Philly. Like Ab Lava, I used to fuck with him when I was a kid. I'm from 17th and Erie. That's where I was from.
Mm.
So I was down there like boxing, smacking niggas up, doing shit like I was outside. And I used to fucking get in Ab Lava truck and spit raps to him back in the day. I used to fuck with Dutch. I used to go to his crib and chill with him and his mom and his brother. And I used to go around the city with him, go to South Street and battle niggas with him. He wanted me actually in Major Figures.
I'm about to say
He wanted me in the group,
now you
but
naming major
I just
figures,
ain't
yeah.
want to be in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Spade, Wild Times, even before he went to jail. Wild Times, we ran into each other, busted up. Through Spade on records, I fuck with Spade. Before Lil Rucky died, we was in battles, used to go back and forth all the time when we was kids. It's like Bianca. Um, Everybody from the figures I fuck with him. So it's like I don't really got no problems with Gil. I don't really know. You would have to ask him what's his issue with me, because every time it was an issue, it was him blogging. It's only me responding that shit that he did. But other than that, I don't got no problem with Gil. And like that record, City of Brotherly Slugs, I told you I did for the city. I threw Gil on that anyway. And when I asked him for a verse, he sent it back and jumped on it. So as long as he keep that type of energy, I'm cool with it.
So, you and Meek had you and Meek sparred before. Have y'all ever got a chance to talk ever since then?
Nah, not really. I ain't
Mm,
running to Meek to see him. The last time I seen him was at the 4040 club. Jay-Z was doing this NBA 2K party.
mm,
And that was after like the little bit of the back and forth started. And I wanted to talk to Meek myself, because social media, a lot of people could get in it and cause a lot of different shit. And we got a chance to talk, and he said it was a misunderstanding. We actually took pictures that I posted. A lot of niggas was there. Black De Niro was there. Mike Knox. A lot of Philly niggas was in the building when we met up and everything, and we talked it over, and everything was supposed to be cool. But after that, it ain't seem like it was cool. I mean, it was more tweeting and shit. Like, it wasn't as cool as it was when I seen him. So I don't know. But like, even with me, he never like beat up none of my homies, never shot at me, never stole none of my money. Only thing he did was tweet shit, and we went back and forth in the song. So I don't really got no real serious issues with Meek neither. Like, you
mm,
know what I'm saying? My only problem with Meek was when he was on the come up, I was showing um nothing but love.
mm-hmm,
And once he got in position, um, I guess he forgot about all of the love that I was showing him, and he ain't returned the love, and he ain't try to show no love back.
mm.
So I
Have you
just felt as though,
did
like,
you ever ask him for anything, or did you expect him to just do certain things? How does
nah,
that
that's how
work?
it started. I sent them
Okay.
a record, and I wanted them to jump on the record, because I did a lot of records with Meek when he was up and coming, and I was already lit, like
Mm,
traveling the world, already a platinum artist. I was doing records with Meek, coming through the city and Bentleys and shit, like picking Meek up, going out to eat with Meek, fucking with Meek, going to his house, like doing wild shit with Meek.
I remember the
This
footage of
before
y'all. Yeah, I remember the footage of y'all when you came through. And he was calling people, "Yo, Cassidy here," and y'all sparred, and you spit
calling
some
him out to New York.
yeah, you
It's
spit
even
some.
like big star footage of him saying, "Yo, I'm about to go to New York and meet with Cassidy. Yo, he calling me out there." Like this way before he ever got on. Like I was just showing him love. So once he finally signed his deal, had songs on the radio, had a radio budget open, I'm like, yo, this is the perfect time for us to do a song now.
Mm,
Because now I'm independent. I'm still a household name from the work that I already put in, but I'm independent now.
mm-hmm,
You got a radio budget open. Niggas know you all around the country now, not just in the city. So if we do a record now, that shit'll be lit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when he used to call me and ask me for shit, I used to respond right away.
mm,
And I understand you being busy, but damn, like I just ain't feel the energy was the same. You know what
mm.
I'm saying? And it could be a reason behind that. I'm seeing it from a one-sided perspective, only my side, but I just ain't feel as though it went right, and that's how the back and forth started.
What do you think you rub people the wrong way with your interviews and your honesty?
For sure.
Mm,
Because this ain't what the industry about. It's a fake ass industry with a bunch of fake ass niggas in it. So
mm.
you can't expect everybody interviews to be like this. And then when you finally do hear an interview like this, it rub niggas the wrong way because they want this energy. They wish they can do interviews with a real nigga like Doggie Diamond that's
Mm-hmm.
going to expose all of these fake ass niggas. They be scared to even do an interview with you. They
Facts.
wish they could come on air and talk like this and like not be give like talking to you before we do the interview and
And
like don't
don't
ask
ask
this
me
and
this.
don't
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
this up
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
don't say this and nah,
Mm,
we can't talk about this, Doggy Diamond. They wish they could give it up like this, but they can, and that make them feel some type of way. So you know what I mean. But I understand how emotions work. You know what I mean? So I understand why niggas feel some type of way. If I was in a position they was in and there was another nigga like me around, I'd feel some type of way too.
Mm. So, battle rap. What did what did it take for you to get back and go back and battle again? Because you did the disaster thing. We knew that was for a crazy bag, but
Too
then
much time in the industry.
okay.
Too much time in. And you see a lot of legends that could still be dope but lose the hunger and just stop doing it. It's not
Mm,
that they not dope no more, it's just that they not putting the work in. So that's why they not as dope as they used to be when they was younger and hungry and working all the time. So to build the hunger back up, I knew I had to get back in battle rap because that's my favorite part about rap.
mm,
You know what I mean? That's where I started at, and that's my favorite part about it. And I knew it changed a lot, but it's still showing dudes being competitive. And that's not what the industry was doing at the time. Like the industry wasn't being competitive. They wasn't trying to um shit on the next nigga that was on the song with them. We just wasn't in that place in the industry. So that's why I had to go back to battle rap to get that type of energy. And it was bigger than just the actual battle. It was to actually make me hungry again. Cause I
mm.
been knew I was better than every battle rapper. All of the shit that they do is shit that I was doing like early in my career. It's just, you know what I mean? I know I gotta just stay hungry and get back on my job. So
Mm,
to get into battle rap, I knew that that was going to do that. And since then, I've been super dedicated to working and been like a kid again, like back in love with this shit. That's how I released the album in October, another one in December, about to release another one next month. And then they constantly coming after that. Like I'm in the best shape of my life and feeling like my next battle, if I ever do battle again, I feel sorry for them niggas because I'm back in condition again and I'm like, um, I'm back hungry. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I got a point to prove all over again. So I can't wait. And it's definitely gonna happen this year because battle rap ain't the same without me. The views been down, the response been down. It ain't been the same reaction since I've been going. So they need me back, and I'm definitely gonna come back with a in a different bag this time around.
The first battle against Disaster, those wasn't the same bars that you spit in the garage. What you
Nah,
do? What happened?
like every battle, since it's so easy and it's only a 3 round battle, I like do 3 rounds the first night I sit down.
Mm,
So it's like I know you're supposed to work on it more. So when I work on it more, I just write 3 more rounds.
mm,
So when I be doing battles, I be having wild rounds ready. You know what I'm saying? So with Disaster, I had way more than 3 rounds ready. You know what
mm.
I'm saying? It's just about the direction that I want to go in. I might have 9, 12 rounds ready, 10, 8. It depends. Who knows? But I'm definitely gonna have more than what's required. So um, when we had to do it the next night, it wasn't nothing for me. I actually wanted to do it the same day.
Mm.
We was calling them out. I went live. I don't know if I went live if live was out, but I definitely went on the gram and was letting people know. I wanted to do it right then. I never wanted to leave the event. I don't know why we had to leave the event. And I wanted to do it right after that. We could do it outside the event in the parking lot. We was pulling up in the foreigns and letting niggas know we could do it right here and make a movie. But
Mm.
I guess they wanted to set it up a certain type of way to capture it. So they set it up the next day in this parking lot and we showed up and made it happen.
But you still you got paid again, or it was for the same bread?
Yeah, well it was the same event. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? The same budget. I ain't asked for no more money or nothing like that.
got you.
I mean,
So
but
so
that budget that they gave me, Alki David and them gave me was the biggest budget ever given to a rapper in battle rap.
mm,
Still to this day. Like no rapper never got that type of money, not even half of that.
mm.
So, you know what I mean? I was good with still coming out the next day and spitting.
So then you return versus Goods. Um, if you had to rate yourself in that battle, 1 through 10, what do you give yourself?
Um I would never come out at 10 against these battle rappers because these battle rappers is not nowhere near a 10. Like
Mm,
all these battle rappers can do is really battle rap. They can't do nothing outside of that. And I've been proven when I was a teenager that I could battle rap.
mm.
So I feel insulted for them to even put me in the ring with dudes like these dudes. So I would never go out and spit my best because that would tarnish my brand. people think that I'm supposed to get out there and rap my best against these dudes. But when I was rapping my best, that's why I didn't battle for 15 years.
Mm.
Because I set the bar so high and niggas were so intimidated and scared that I couldn't come back for so long. And it's like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna rap my best against Goods or like Disaster or Arsenal. It's like they like battle rappers. It's like I'm gonna go out there and just spit just enough just to show y'all that I know more of the science than they do and I'm better than them because of all of this work I've been putting on top of what I'm coming out here and doing tonight.
Mm.
But that's what I'm saying. My next battle, it don't matter who it is, even if it's a smaller nigga than them, I'm gonna do my best. Not for the battle reasons, just cause I'm just in a different place right now and I'm in a different zone. And I can't do nothing but write my best right now. So the next time I get out there, it's gonna be just different.
So how do you prepare if you like, cause as a writer, I know in your mind you say I never wrote a corny rap. I don't write corny raps. So you saying you kind of dumbed it down for them?
For sure.
Okay.
Super dumbed it down.
Mm.
That's why you listen to like I dropped this record to both of them. Like it's on 5,002 and 0 to Goods. And to Arsenal it was 100 clip.
Mm.
But I dropped this records like immediately afterwards because those was just more lyrics and more bars, and they always like over 100 bars of just. So it was like 2, 3 more rounds worth of material that I just spit on beat right afterwards, and to let people know that my raps go to beats because 90% of the rappers that battle rap they structure their bars to where it can't go on a beat. So
Mm.
that's cheating. When you give yourself wild more time to place words and things, then you can break down. Like it's gonna be easier to use figurative language when you cheating with the timing. You know what I'm saying? But my shit is figurative language that's on beat, so I could say it to the beat. So that's why I'm putting these bars on beat to let people know that it's different from just the way these dudes is rapping. But you got to understand the science to a certain level to be able to understand what I'm bringing to the table, and a lot of dudes don't.
I want to ask you, what the hell is figurative language? However you say that. So you say that all the time. I'm like, what the hell is that? Could you explain to me what that is? Because I have no clue.
It's just playing with the language like similes,
Okay.
metaphors, hyperboles. Um, when like that'll make your face melt like pizza cheese. Pizza
Mm.
cheese melt. So when you say like you know what I'm saying, you lose in a simile. It's figurative language. It's playing with the words. You know what I'm saying? There's entendres when they got double and triple entendres, like you say words, but it could mean two, three, four different things, and it all makes sense in whatever way you use it. That's like playing with the language and playing with words. That's figurative language. So that's what I mean when I say that. And a lot of dudes don't even know about figurative language. They just rap because they came up listening to rap and just follow what they heard. They don't even know what they doing. Even if they write a dope rap, they don't even know how to recreate it because they don't understand the science of what they just did. So that's what I'm trying to teach dudes, the science. And it take people that know the science to be able to teach it.
So to you, the diss records was more important than the battle?
For sure.
Okay.
Because I'm in a place where I'm making music. I elevated from battle rap. Like
Okay.
I just like step back to do that. That's not really what I do. I'm not like a 24/7 battle rapper like they are. I mean, I really make music. And I want dudes to know that I've been letting niggas know that I give it to them on beat forever. So that's what I still want niggas to know. Like on beat, niggas can't fuck with me. So I go battle with no beat and I still jump on beat and give it up. So I could do both. And that's different than the average battle rapper. And I got a fan base that love me for music and a fan base that just love me for bars. So I want to please all of them.
You know, me knowing you, me hearing being in the studio with you, and hearing them bars and just knowing, I didn't think, I didn't really feel like that was you battling though. Like, cause I know what you can do. I heard what you can do on a solo, and then, but I didn't understand why you took that approach when you battled. I didn't. That wasn't that. I'm like, yo, where do you feel like you? Well, you kind of said you didn't really give it your all. Like I know what you could write.
Nah, it's not. And it's that. It's like, I know so much of the science that I was doing stuff that people don't understand. People might want me to just do like what they know me from the freeway battle doing, like just easy, just like break a nigga down
That's what
easy.
everybody wanted though.
But it's just that's what I'm gonna give up in the future. You know what I'm saying? When they really bring to the table what they supposed to, that's coming. You know what I mean? When they give me somebody to battle that they supposed to give me the battle, somebody that's on my level that put in work like I put in. But when they put me against battle rappers, it's like, how can I get excited or enthused to write about a nigga that I know look up to me, a
So
nigga
you
that I know that I could give bars to, or a nigga that told me I'm his favorite rapper like 10 years ago. Why would I get like why would I be encouraged to write for this nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather just write to myself, or battling myself, or I'd rather write just this in the air than these niggas
this
because
in
I
the
feel
air.
like it's an insult for putting me against these niggas. And this the thing. I didn't pick these niggas. I tell these battle leagues they could pick whoever they want to pick. Like when they lock me in and give me what they want to, what I asked for, I tell them they could pick whoever. So when they decide to pick these battle rapper niggas, it's like, come on, man. I can't be serious.
So but you do know we want my doghouse got a doghouse. You know we want that, right? You know that's what we expect from you, right? We know that you will, even in this era, will probably be undefeated if you give those bars. You know that, right?
Yeah, but that's like early forms of the science. It's just people heard that 20 years ago, so it impressed you crazy. But that's only two syllable piece of backyard and backyard, and it's the same word. So
Now we
it's like a word flip, and it's a two syllable word flip. So it was impressive how I flipped the words. Of course, it's still like a memorable line. Like I asked you, do you remember any other line on Big Business? You don't. You don't really remember nobody else verse or anybody line, but you remember that because that was like a groundbreaking line. But it's not advanced forms of the science though. And just people don't understand how to rap because most people don't even rap. They just judging it by opinion or how they could relate to the line. And when I'm in battle rap, I know that I'm not really just trying to say the raps that could relate to my fan base the most because that's what I do in my music.
got you. Well, not that per se, but I guess it's the punchlines. The punchlines do work for a lot of rappers, and you one of
And
the
another thing that distract people is the boo crowd that they sent there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm bad for battle rap. Like, you know what I mean? Me coming and being successful and just shitting on them niggas is bad for battle rap. So, all of the battle rappers and all of the fans of battle rappers don't like my energy. So, if I say a dope line or some shit that's super crazy and they don't go crazy and they don't cheer or they boo, you would think the line ain't dope as it should have been. You would think it ain't a backyard house got a backyard line because everybody cheer for that. And niggas seem like they born for this. So it don't seem like it's the same. And it's all about the response of the crowd. It's not really the response to the science. But if you break down the lyrics that I brought to the table, like it's wild YouTubers, the real battle rap community, a lot of niggas that actually just broke down the bars and the shit that I said without no crowd being able to affect what you hear. And you could clearly hear that what I'm saying is better than my opponent. So that's all I'm there to do.
So in this new caffeine URL setting, no crowd, you would give us something completely different.
Of course, I mean,
Because this is just bars,
that's
but
why
now we just hear no, there's no gas. Just
anybody with that, like, it's no. That's the only way they can control the energy is by a crowd, like giving up energy. Because, like I said, it's a limited amount of leaders. Most of the people is followers, so they go by the crowd. Whether the crowd cheering, that was a hot line. The crowd booing, that was a corny line. A lot of people don't know how to decipher bars or know what's hot or not. They just go by what the majority of the people seem like they going by. So that's why the crowd can determine a lot. But when there's no crowd there, it's just all based on bars and performance and how much you believe the person that's saying what they saying. And nobody is more convincing than me. Nobody could put together bars than me, and nobody use like advanced forms of the science like me. So when it comes to no crowd there, and it come to just me and you, like I'm gonna take any of them niggas heart. Anybody that battle rap or don't battle rap, it don't matter. Like niggas definitely don't want to see me in them type of conditions. Just like niggas don't want to see me on beat. Cause when it's on beat and we drop the song, there's no crowd to be able to boo. You just gonna have to listen to me rap. And it's gonna clearly see who's the fucking best. Like you're gonna clearly see line after line. I'm just going crazy on this nigga. And this nigga ain't saying nothing like that. So that's the difference. Like on beat and with no crowd, I'm untouchable.
So right now,
Or even with a small crowd, like when we moved to Disaster, like when I'm around and I could see the people if they decide to boo a chair, they not like lost in the crowd and blended in. When I can see them and the people with me can see them and they really got to give a real response, then it's different.
So the battle everybody really want to see from you is Mook. Is that a disrespectful battle rapper? Do you put him in the goods category in Arsenal too?
Nah, he way better than them.
Okay.
You know, he way better than them, but and he done made music. He done crossed over and did other shit aside of battle rap. So
I wouldn't say he crossed over because we don't really know no Murder Mook records. Let's just keep it real. Like we know he done records, but we don't know no Murder Mook records. We gotta keep it funky on that. We gonna keep it real. But he does.
Nah, I disagree. It's a record I did with Mook called Expect the Unexpected. It's a classic, man. Everybody that's tuned in, if y'all ain't hear it yet, pull it up. That shit is a classic. Super amount of
views. But
what
I'm saying is that we gotta go look for it.
DVDs.
We gotta go look for it. As for you, we could pull up records that you did in some other artists, but
Mook, he never really had a machine behind him.
Okay.
The reason why you know my records is because it was wild money behind it, marketing and promotion money behind it, radio budgets behind it. You know what I'm saying? He never really had no machine behind him. He was doing everything from the muscle, so it would be harder to hear his records. He never had no push behind him, but he did work and make dope records. Did ghostwriting, wrote work with Rough Riders, Flip Move Squad, a lot of different cliques, and put in a lot of work outside of battle rap.
So how do you battle?
And he had his time period, like he came around and was putting in work like early. So he definitely on a different level. And his fan base, like he don't battle as much as them. He not like a dedicated battle rapper that battle every day. Like he got a limited amount of battles and he's still like a big name. So that's why I put him over them dudes. But Mook, my man, like we got a relationship. Like back in the day, he knew I was the best. So he was trying to like do like DVD footage and say he wanted to battle me and like try to create some type of energy off my name because he knew I was the best back then. But he got signed to Rough Riders and I was down with Rough Riders. You know, that's my team. We was working on music. And we got cool like since then. So I'm not really interested in battling Mook. But if that's what niggas want to see, they could put the money up and Mook can get it. Like when I tell these battle leagues that they could pick whoever they want, if they would have picked Mook, I wouldn't have said, oh no, I don't want to battle. It would have been Mook that would have been in the battle. So these niggas could pick whoever they want, man. Like bigger rappers, niggas that sold records. That's who I really want them to pick. Because if they pick somebody like that, then I'm going to really show up and go crazy and give 100% because that's what I really want to do this shit for. I want to battle niggas that put in work like me. Not just little battle rappers that only put in the work that I put out when I was a little nigga. Like, because I don't feel inspired or encouraged to want to just write my best.
So, if I read off some names,
I don't even really be wanting to do it, and that's why I tell these niggas they got to give me the money that they give me, because there's no point in me even doing it. So the only point of me doing it is the money that they give me, and that's the reason why I asked for it like that. When there was a point of me doing it, I used to battle for free. Niggas could get it at any given time for free. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's the point of proving that I'm the best with making music, and that's why, like, the majority of niggas could get it on beat for free. Like, if a nigga say the wrong thing or disrespect me, I might go crazy on him on beat if he got a fan base. Get it for free right now, probably. But I'm not just going to be in battle rapping, like, face-to-face like I used to do back in the day right now. Like, there's no point in it unless the money right.
Does somebody like a Surf spark your interest?
No. Like, as many times as Surf choked, like, and you know, Surf's starting to make music now, starting to get on certain playlists, starting to make noise now. But you know what I mean? I don't know no Surf records. Like, all jokes aside, like a nigga put a gun in my head and tell me to say 4 bars to a surf record, or I'm gonna blow your head off.
Don't
I'll
do
be
that.
dead as a doorknob. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Don't
I
do
can't
that.
tell
Don't
you
do
the
that.
name of no surf records. I can't spit no. I'm sure it might be a fan base that can. I just can't.
Mm.
So, and as many times as he choked, like over and over again, and all he do was battle rap and still was choking. I mean, I ain't really like, and I mean, I ain't really inspired to do it. But he
Day,
could get it too. Any of these niggas could get it, Doggy Diamond. Like I
daylight.
ain't just saying
Daylight. What
that.
about
Like
daylight?
Daylight too. Like I fuck with Daylight. He cool. We be communicating and shit. He a cool dude. But anybody, man.
Mm.
Like niggas could put up the money and say they want me to battle my wife, man.
Nah,
My
come on.
wife could get in the ring. I give her the business, man.
Nah, you
Like
foul.
it don't even matter, man. Niggas put up the right amount of money. I go out there and battle my wife.
So you said it's some stuff in the works. You should be back in the ring this year. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I talk to them niggas all the time. All of the league owners, they stay in touch with me because they know I'm the biggest thing in battle rap.
Mm.
They just trying to situate the right budgets and the right situation for me to come back. So I'll be back soon.
And you're letting them pick, or you want to pick?
I ain't never going to pick.
Mm.
If a nigga bring me the right amount of money, I'm going to let them pick.
Mm.
And I'm not signed to no leagues or dedicated to no leagues. So somebody can hear this interview and can email me and say they got the money for me to battle somebody. And if it's the right amount of money, then they could pick. It's like it
Mm.
don't matter.
Lux. What about Lux?
I fuck with Lux.
Mm.
He had never one of the dudes that got like a history like Mook, like been doing it for a long period of time, did certain shit outside of battle rap. Yeah, I mean, I fuck with Lux, but Lux could get it too. If a nigga put up the right amount of money, me and Lux could go at it too. I'm sure these battle rap niggas feel the same way, man. They know that's the energy I've been had since back in the day. So a nigga know in order to survive in battle rap, you gotta be like that.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be having trying to be like all friendly with everybody and feeling like anybody could fuck with you. If you a battle rapper, you supposed to be better than everybody, not just some people. I feel like I'm better than all of these niggas.
Mm.
So it don't matter.
Do you are you looking? Do you look at battle rap currently?
Sometimes, not constantly, especially lately. It's like been, I don't know, like, but I've been checking out some battles
So you oh yeah, me and you spoke about Shotgun Sugar a few times. Did you think Jag did well?
for sure,
Okay.
without a question. That's my bro, Chubby Jag. Shout out to him. Um, and that's another reason why I ain't really been in battle rap because Jag been back doing shit. Like he came his first battle headlined the card, then
Mm.
came right back after that and headlined another card. And these dudes that you said that I'm battling that's supposed to have did good,
Mm-hmm.
they back to opening up cards. Like look at they battles after me. And they had battles after me that nobody know about. They only remember they battle with me.
Mm.
But they had battles after that and they opened up cards. They wasn't even headliners. Like like they going down. Like if you was to win against me, you should be going up. You should be headlining shit and like running shit. But niggas is opening up now because ain't all like it ain't all what it seemed to be.
Somebody from your city on the come up. Easy to Block Captain. You heard of him?
Yeah, I heard it easy.
What you think about him? And he just battled T Top and he battled a few people. What do you think about him?
I ain't see these last few battles that he been in. I
Okay.
know him 'cause he be like judging lyrics and he be like reading lyrics over on YouTube. And a couple of my battles, he was like reading the lyrics and shit.
Mm.
That's where I really knew him from. But I heard he was giving it up lately. I gotta check him out. I just ain't get to see his last couple of battles he been in.
Do the bloggers get on your nerves?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
They can't really get on my nerves. I mean, these bloggers can't really affect me. And I understand why they do what they do and why they say what they say. You know what I'm saying? Some of them just gotta go against the grain because that's the role they play. Some of them just uninformed. Some of them just idiots. Some of them thorough niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just
Yeah, yeah.
depends what blogger you talking about.
Got you.
So bloggers don't annoy me. It's the new way that information is getting out to the masses now. So
Mm-hmm.
I fuck with bloggers. I just want them to do their job the right way, be informed, carry it the right way. And
When
don't
you
be a flip-floppy nigga.
yeah, yeah,
Don't
yeah, yeah,
feel one
yeah.
way, one interview, then the next interview you a different nigga, then you saying something different, then you like, come on, what type of who wanna see a blogger like that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
When you was posting and you was putting up yourself making beats, you was dead ass or you was trolling? I didn't know what was going on. You was dead ass or you did you know people was gonna react a certain way? Did you do that
Um,
to troll or was you dead ass serious?
Now I started making beats on my second album. I produced the um all by myself. That all alone. I don't have no one but me, myself, and I.
Uh-huh.
That was the first record I produced, and it made the album.
Okay.
So, um, and then I did another record back then. It's like I had an MTV contest, a battle contest, and whoever won would get on a record that I produced. And it's this kid named Chugga that won, and it's me, him, AR, Lucky, a bunch of people on that record that I produced, but I was just producing like every once in a while. I wasn't really taking it serious. So when I started putting that shit up on Instagram, is when I decided to lock back in. So I got the new MP and decided to start making beats again, but like dedicating some time, like not just doing one a year or one every 6 months, like actually banging out and getting better with it. So when I first started cooking up, that's when I was going live on the Instagram, just
Yeah, because some
showing
of that shit
people.
was just drums. I'm like,
Some of them was only 3, 4 sounds. I was just early in the beat. I ain't finish it off just to show people I was working every day. And I know how people minds work, just to show people you can't really feed into what people say. A lot of them beats that I played on social media that people was criticized, I finished the beat and rapped on them and put them out on songs, and it was crazy. But
mm.
people don't understand, like, music all the way. All of them was 100% no samples. It's just me making them from the muscle, getting back in my bag. But that was all encouragement for me to just stay at it and get focused. So now, like, I'm super nicer at making beats. Um, I'm producing records on all of the projects that I'm putting out. Um, I Need the Money is a one that I did on this record that I just released called The Science.
Mm.
So I'm constantly doing records and putting out records now and doing records for other people. I got super better now. So that's why I ain't been putting them up on the gram all this time, because the next time I go on the gram is gonna be a different sound. Even the last time I went on there, people heard the groove. They like, yo, you getting way better. That sound wild crazier. So back then I stopped putting up beats all of the time. It just was to encourage people that produce or rap or do whatever to just believe in yourself and keep going no matter what niggas are saying.
So you got projects. Tell the people the projects that you have out right now. That you say you released 2 projects.
Yeah, in October I dropped a project called The Science. It's a
Mm-hmm.
full project, 14 records I think. And in December I dropped another project called The Formula.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like 17 records. And next month I'm coming with another project called The Wise Man.
Where's the visuals? I ain't really see no visuals.
I got a visual out called Lean on Me.
Okay.
That's one of the records from The Wise Man. But I'm about to start shooting more visuals soon. You know what I mean? I just been so locked into the music and with um like the country everything shutting down and all of that shit. It got me a little behind schedule with the visuals. But I'm about to start shooting a lot more for all of the projects. I just wanted to get all of the projects out in the time period that I wanted to get them out, and I'm about to start shooting a lot of visuals.
I want to tell the people. I said it earlier. You let me hear some smokers when you was in the studio in BK. Remember, I used to pop, yo, Cass, I'm gonna pop in to come to the studio, and you was letting me hear some crazy records. I want to know. I wonder if see that now I got to go pay attention to the projects. 'Cause I want to know if some of them records made it because you was letting me hear. This is because remember you did the record. This was
Once
around
once you
that
hear
time.
these projects though, you ain't even gonna be thinking about them old records no more. You gonna hear this different new bag I'm in, and you're gonna be like, oh, he in a different place right now.
Is it hard for you to get features now? Do people be fronting on you?
Um, it just depends on the type of person. You know what I'm saying? Some of the dudes that when I had budgets open and I was had radio budgets open that was calling me every day, popping up to the studio all the time and hanging around me all the time. some of them dudes, you know, they don't hit you as much. You don't even really hear from them as much. But you know, that's how the game go, man.
Mm.
But those wasn't dudes that was really my friends. You know what I'm saying? It was like industry relationships anyway. But the dudes that was really my friends still reach out, still communicate, and I could still get features from at any given time. There's a lot of loyal dudes in the industry that I won't include in with all of them fake niggas, but um, it's gonna always be harder to get features when you not you know, I ain't paying niggas. I'm not coming with no big
Mhm.
budgets to
Mhm.
pay niggas for features. And if you don't got no radio budgets open, you're not charting right now, you're not the biggest thing in the world, then it's not a priority for a dude to do a record. Especially with me, a dude that know that's gonna probably get over on them and shit on them on the record.
When it was a point where you and Swizz was on a little media run together, and we thought y'all was gonna go back in and start, rekindling a lot of that magic. What happened?
Um, you gotta ask Swiss. I don't know. We dropped one of the records called Save the Children
Mm-hmm.
on our platforms, me and Swiss. But we had a whole project done and we were supposed to do some more music, but it got cut short. I don't know, but you gotta ask Swiss about that.
Mm. Do
I
Go ahead.
I just kept working and just kept work. I mean, I was constantly working on music before that. I just was gonna stagnate the work I was doing to work on that project, so I started working on that. But
Mm.
once the me and Swiss projects got stagnated, I just started working back on my music and just start focusing on that. So you had to ask Swiss what happened with that project. I don't know.
I also want to know, how do you feel when people keep asking you about people, but they never ask these people about you?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's how I usually go though.
Mm.
They usually um whoever the Forbes list got as having the most money, they
Mm-hmm.
won't ask them. They'll ask the person that they think got the least amount of money or the least successful. They'll ask them all of the questions because they feel like they responsible for the separation. Like if you are not as successful as this person, then you must have did something to fuck up the relationship. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? That's just how everybody look at it. I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's a natural thing to do, but they don't always be correct.
So what happens? I mean, do people change their number or they don't answer the phone no more, and so they relegate you like to trying to hit them on the DM? I'm confused of how this works.
Um, as far it just depends on the people that you're talking about. Over time, I might lose people number. I might don't got people number, and it's some people that I always kept their number this whole time period, like for the whole 20 years. It just depends on the type of person and how much I care about reaching out to them.
Mm.
Sometimes I don't really care if I got a person number or not. Like I might not be planning on running into them or doing no business with them anytime soon anyway. You know what I
So
mean? But it's some people that I just reach out to even past business, like just to check on because we got a deeper relationship than that. So some of them type of people I might keep their number.
so because you always, and for good reason, because y'all made magic, you always gonna be tied to Swizz Beats. But
Oh
Swizz
yeah, for
Beats,
sure.
but Swizz
Like
Beats
Swiss,
don't have
I
to be
don't even
tied
look
to
at
you
him
though.
like Swiss. I don't even look at him like that. Like you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? We got a deeper relationship and wild shit outside of music. Like I always got Swiss number. I always keep in contact with him and tap into him. Um, outside of business. Like we don't even
Mm-hmm.
got to be doing no business, and I still, you know what I'm saying, check in with Swiss. You know what I mean on occasions.
Have you spoken to Mello?
I ain't speak to Mello in a long ass time.
Mm.
I ain't speak to Mello in a month of Mondays, man. I ain't speak to Mello in a long time.
So would you ever sign with a label again? That machine, that structure again?
Um, I don't think I'm against the machine all the way. I
Mm.
just know that the machine is not set up for the artist. And the deals is not gonna be set up for my best interest. It's gonna be set up for the check cutter's best interest.
Mm.
But you know what I mean? You could work yourself into a position where you could sign a good deal to where you still not gonna get 100% of what you deserve, but it could be something that, you know what I mean, you could use and play with. So I'm not totally against it. But I just like being independent. I like having the freedom to be able to do what I want to do, rap about what I want to rap about, put out songs whenever I want to put them out, and just know if I do good or do bad. it's all me. Like, and it ain't a bunch of people that, you know what I'm saying, that I got to deal with and hold responsible for that.
Do you feel
So I
conflicted in your
just feel
writing?
better being independent.
Do
You know
you
what I'm
feel
saying? I never rap all for business or money anyway.
yeah,
If that's what I did it for, then I probably would want to be with the machines because that's the best way to get to the dollar.
yeah. Do you
But
feel conflicted in your writing sometimes? Because you could write God has been good to me, and then you could write half to a whole.
not at all, because that's the type of person I am, and that's how
Okay.
I be feeling sometimes. Sometimes I be in prayer mode. Sometimes I be thinking about the things that I overcame. Sometimes I be analyzing my problems and realize that life is bigger than what I understand. Things is happening as beyond my understanding, and it got to be a higher power controlling it all.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember how much times the higher power helped me, so I get in prayer mode. But there's other times I be in grind mode, like I gotta turn the half to a whole thing. That's just that's just how I am, how I really am. You know what I'm saying? And how most people is. Most people that's even pastors is not in pastor mode all of the time. They might be in pastor mode while they preaching in front of the church, but when they not preaching, they might be a different type of person. Like,
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, um, my god brother used to be a pastor. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know him personally, like used to live in the house with him and all of that. And I know how it go. Like, so that's just how I bring my music to the table. I told people from the beginning I got a split personality.
Facts. You
That's
did
why
say that.
my first album that to let people know that you're gonna hear different type of songs from me. Whatever I feel at the time or whatever I'm going through, I'm a rap about it because I can really rap. And it's not a publicity stunt, so I'm not going in a certain direction on purpose. I just rap about what I feel like rapping about and just bring it to the people.
Um, one question I ask all artists with the weirdo stuff that go on in the industry. Have you ever seen something that you was like, what's going on here? I don't belong around here.
Um,
Have you ever been a party, a
Yeah,
session where
like
you was like,
I never been to one of these. Like I be hearing about these parties. Like I never been to a party where niggas got masks on and just fucking everywhere and doing all this gay shit. Like hell no, they never brought me there.
okay,
Not sure how the industry work. Maybe they got like little tests that they do,
mm,
and they might throw little tests out there to see how you respond to see if they can invite you to these type of parties. And maybe they threw little tests out there, and I just responded in a crazy way where they knew like you can't invite this nigga. I don't know, but I never been to none of them parties.
got
But
you.
I did been around a lot of industry niggas that move funny and
Mm,
don't move like how I thought industry niggas moved before I got in the industry. I thought this industry was like the streets, and all of the niggas that was in the industry was like street niggas, and it was all real.
not
But
at
it's
all.
like the opposite, and it's like rare that you might find a real nigga. And even that real nigga probably just did a lot of shit that the normal real nigga wouldn't do.
Mm.
So, um, that's all I can say
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah,
industry.
yeah.
But I
Uh,
never made it to one of them parties that niggas be talking about.
luckily,
Or nigga never Illuminati nigga never ran up to me and was like, "Yo, you gotta do this or do that, or we're gonna." I never
yeah.
had that part, but you know what I'm saying?
So you say you never party before.
Hell no, not me. I never been there.
uh, um, who do you want to work with? Who do you want to do songs with? Because sometimes I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes I feel like Cass don't give a fuck about nobody. He don't like nobody. He don't want to work with nobody. Who do you want? Like who because you did records with people that a lot of people want to do records with. Who do you want to work with now?
Nah, I love everybody, man. Anybody that got a fan base that's making music, I fuck with them, and that's why people be misunderstanding my energy.
Mm-hmm.
Me being so confident in myself and talking about the science and being better with the art and punchlines and metaphors and figurative language and talking about my style don't got nothing to do with somebody else that might not be into that.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Somebody might hear that and think that if they don't do that, then I hate them. But
mm,
that's not the case. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would love to get in the studio with all of these dudes and pass off information. I know when I've been in the studio with all of the dudes that I've been in the studio with, when I pass off information or give them bars or give them direction, I know how they take it and run with it. Like before I came out, even a lot of the dudes that's considered lyrical, if they was around, like around the time I came out or before me, they rap completely different than they rap now.
Mm.
Like when I bought this punchline style, every bar after bar after bar, punching and piecing up a certain amount of syllables, a lot of dudes changed their style because you had to. Like, you know what I'm saying? And these lyricists are still aware of that. Maybe the fan base, the popular crowd that just only know what's popular at the time, they might not be aware of it. But the actual rappers are aware of it. So when they get in the studio with me, that's how they act. Like, you know what I'm saying? They take heed and they listen to me. And I'm talking about dudes that's younger than me, dudes that's my age, and dudes that came way before I even thought about rapping. I done been in the studio with them, giving them information and giving them bars. And they've been batting their eyes just like the young boys. So that's the reason why I be talking that talk, saying I'm the GOAT and saying nobody can't fuck with me, because nobody can. And when you ask the fan base who can, and the dudes that they put in the category with me is dudes that I done already wrote for, dudes that I done been in the studio and they done already told me that I'm better than them. So it's like I be laughing to myself. I'm not going to expose another artist just to prove a point, but I know what it is.
So you ghost wrote some stuff that we all like.
For sure.
Mm.
Plenty of times. I've been ghostwriting since the beginning of time and giving people inspiration with the way that I write, because I always been letting people hear what I got. So people been able to hear how I piece up and do stuff to be able to change they shit around and try to mimic like shit that I did to make they shit better.
Are you blackballed?
Um, I
Do
don't
you feel it? Do you
necessarily
feel like it?
I don't necessarily believe in this and that, because the business is all about money.
Mm.
So if somebody believes like a person is way more valuable than you and they bringing way more to the table and they don't want you to do your music, then of course the check cutters is not going to want to do business with you, because they're going to want to do business with the person that's bringing them more money. That's just like basketball. The
Mm.
star player, like if LeBron got an issue with somebody that's coming off the bench, it's like, or somebody that's even starting that's nice, but they just not LeBron, they gotta like they're not gonna be able to win. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like they're not gonna win that fight. So it's the same way it go in the industry. So if a person don't want you to play or don't want you on the team or don't want this, then sometimes they could use their relationships and people that's doing business with them to hurt or stagnate the process. But um it's too many people involved in the business that's not all connected. You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? People that's trying to get money from too many different angles that's
Has
not all
anybody
connected,
directly try to stop your
where you
bag though
can't
that you
be
know of
where
though?
you can't be all the way blackballed. And once you make yourself um put in enough work and develop enough energy and you make yourself viable enough, then people gonna want to do business with you regardless of who trying to blackball you, because they know there's money in it.
What I ask you is, have you ever had a situation where somebody that you know of tried to completely stop you from getting a bag somewhere? Have you ever encountered that?
Now I'm not the type of artist that they would directly let know.
Okay.
Like they was to try to blackball me, they gonna have to secretly do it.
Okay.
Like do it behind the scenes and talk to people behind the scenes and shit just not going right and you don't understand why. But they not going to tell me that I'm a blackball you, because how would they do that?
Mm.
Now I know if it's an issue with my business, I know who's responsible for it. So
Mm. Um, keep it real. Did I inspire you to lose weight? You gonna keep it real?
um I don't know.
Remember when I was coming to the studio, remember you bought all that chicken? I'm like, yo, Cassie, I can't eat that. Then when you bought all that BBQs, and you was still on, and then the next time I spoke to you, I was like, yo, damn, Cass lost mad weight. But remember how strict I was, though. Okay, keep it real, Cass. Keep it real.
And I still eat all that BBQs and shit. I came up with a different strategy to where I don't got a diet. I
Okay,
think that was the issue. I ain't want
okay.
to cut back on the food. I just wanted to figure out a different game plan. But
Remember you bought.
my shit is 100%, man. Anybody try my method, they gonna cut weight. That's why I can't tell you on this right now. I can tell you behind the scenes, but I'll let you know. But it's a guaranteed method to cut weight.
So when you see people say, yo, Cass, smoking, Cass getting high and all that, how did you respond to that?
Um, I mean, I've been smoking weed my whole career, and
No, you
that's the
know what I'm
only
talking
drug.
about.
Yeah, that's the only drug I
Oh,
do.
okay,
So
yeah,
it
yeah.
don't make no sense to me. How That don't even make no sense to me. Like that shit is like, come on, man, fuck out of it.
Cause you was up to like 200 at one point, right? Did you get that
Something
high?
like that.
Yeah.
I looked at myself it was like around the disaster battle when I battled disaster. And I looked at myself at that battle because that was like a super big event. And I was looking at myself like promoting that battle. And when I was in the battle, and I'm like, yo, I look super big. And at that time, I was like, before that battle, I was kind of more relaxed, doing
Mm-hmm.
my family shit with my wife and my kids. My wife wasn't complaining,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even realize it. But once I start seeing myself at that battle and shit, and I'm like, yo, I'm about to get back to doing music. I'm like, yo, I gotta get back to the cast that they remember. Like, I don't even really look the same, and so much time passed that they might not even connect me to being that nigga. And I'm blessed, like, to look super young. So all I had to do was just get back in shape, and I knew it was just only a matter of time that I was gonna get serious and start dropping more music. So I needed to cut the weight.
How much weight did
And
you
when I
lose?
cut the weight, I go back to looking the same way I look in old videos. So you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's better for me to do what I need to do. It's better for business.
How much weight did you lose?
Um, like 70 pounds, 75 pounds, something like that.
Yeah, cause like I said, I remember that time. He ordered, audience. We was in the studio. Yo, he ordered mad BBQs. He like, yo, eat some chicken. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. I don't eat that. I
But
remember I even wrote.
I was always a small, skinny nigga my whole life anyway. So around that time, I was purposely trying to like gain weight to feel like what it felt like to be like a bigger nigga. I
Yeah,
never had
yeah.
that feeling. And once you start feeling it, I just wanted to feel like what it was like. I ain't mind it. But once I seen myself, I'm like, nah, I can't be in that bag.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause I remember going, he's like, yo, he had mad chicken. I was like, yo, Cass, I can't eat that. Can't eat that.
Yeah,
You and
sure.
cause you used to spend all nighters in there working. I ain't gonna front. You used to be in there sleeping in there, just working on music. The engineer would come. Yo, he pulling up like 30, 40 records. So if y'all even go on this channel, all the interviews that I did with Cassidy back then, we was in BK. We was in the studio, and he used to be in there all the time working. You know what I'm saying? What made you leave the city?
Um, I needed a different environment, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
just needed a different environment.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Needed a different environment from Philly at a time. Needed a different environment from New York at a time. Needed a different environment from Jersey. You know what I mean? So I like it out here. The vibe, the energy. Um, there's a lot of black owned businesses, a lot of black owned people a lot of black people that's trying to do similar shit that you trying to do. So you could build a lot of connections, a lot of energy, a lot of positivity out here.
Mm.
Plus, it's a lot of trees. Like outside my house, there's a lot of trees. It's good for my
The
animals,
air
my
is
dog.
different. Yeah.
I'm fucking with lizards and and rabbits and snapping
The
turtles and
salamanders. Yeah.
hares and shit I ain't
Yeah.
never knew about up top. And the weather is wild better. It's like it's not as cold all of the time. And then when it do get cold, it's like shorter periods of time. I just like everything. I just like it better out here. I'm able to be more creative out here. So that's why I just bust that move.
Got you.
And I might not stay here forever. It might come a period of time where I, you know what I mean, gotta bust another move. And that's what I feel like the earth is for you to explore it, move around, and you know what I mean? You're not meant to just stay in one city and one state. And that's what we manipulated by. That's why they make you rep so hard and you gotta rep your city and rep your state. So you stay stagnated. You feel like you ain't a part of nothing else and you gotta stay there. But once you start seeing the world and how it works, you realize that you're not meant to just be in one place. You meant to see it all.
How you been moving around with this planned pandemic going on? How does that affected you?
Um, I feel like humans create what they imagine, and
Mm.
that's why they try to put fear in your mind over and over again. So I don't really like fear to be in my mind, so I don't really pay it no mind. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Just try to move the best way possible and just keep it moving.
Got you.
I've been outside the whole time. The whole pandemic, I just been outside moving around doing the same shit.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I feel like the higher power put a date on when you gonna pass, when you gonna leave.
Mm.
And I feel like you can't do nothing to like alter that or block that. Like you can't skip around that day. You can't like work out more to live past that day. You can't negotiate with nobody in this world to live past that day the higher power wants you gone.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if he don't want you gone, it's nothing no other energy could do to get you out of here.
mm,
So like, you know what I'm saying? If you supposed to leave, fucking um like the pandemic started and you had a year to live, why lock in your house like a prisoner with a mask on and be scared to death and not want to communicate or touch nobody? When you could just go out and live the rest of your life because you only got a year to live anyway.
mm,
And don't think you're gonna catch corona after 3 months and die after 3 months when the higher power said you got a year to live. No, you're
mm,
gonna live that year.
mm,
So that's how I look at life. I don't be scared of nothing. And a lot of people that I know courted, and a lot of people in my family courted, and they all beat it. You know
mm.
what I'm saying? Easily, just like the flu. So, I mean, I know it's not just exactly like the flu, but they beat it similar to the flu. They was just fucked up for the same time period as you be fucked up from the flu, and then they was back.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And from my mom even had it, my stepfather had it, my grandmom, I mean my great grandmom, she
Wow.
like 83 and she beat it.
Mm.
So it's like, you know what I mean, everybody beating that shit. I ain't gonna let I ain't gonna be running around here scared like that shit about to take me out. Like I'm
Yeah, yeah.
cool, I got the same genetics as them and I'm way younger, way better shape, and got way more to do.
Mm.
So we out here.
Do you have a cult following? Do you think you got a cult following?
Plus, one more thing I gotta say. I
Mm-hmm.
never learned how to study diseases, viruses, bacteria, whatever these niggas that's been lying to me since the beginning of time tell me I gotta run with, because I don't know how to study that shit. So I was just all hearsay anyway, how you gonna live your life and how you gonna move. And everybody seem like they go to church or they praying on the rug and they believe in God up until this point. Now they feel like a corona could overpower their God. And I
Mm.
still got the same faith I always had, believe in the same God and know it's a higher power. So I don't feel like nothing could come across this world that's gonna take me out if my higher power got me protected.
I I almost in the interview right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That was powerful. Do you feel like you got a cult following?
For sure. Core audience. And the industry make you believe that you need billions of people to like you to be like lit. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Or at least hundreds of millions. Like, you know what I mean? Hotel was appealing to hundreds of million in audience. It was a top 40 record a day, appealing to over 100 million people every day.
Mm.
And they make it seem like you need that type of fan base in order to be successful. But you don't, man. Even if you got 1,000 people that's willing to spend $1,000 a month, then you would be super up.
Mm.
So just them 1,000 people, you know what I'm saying? And it's not a lot. So I got a core fan base of people that's been supporting me forever and gonna always support me. They gonna die feeling as though I'm the GOAT and I'm the best. And once you got that, then you're gonna be able to maintain forever.
Last
Now,
question.
only thing you gotta do is just put in more work and just get more people that, you know what I'm saying, add to that core audience.
Last question. Who can tell Cassidy he lost the battle and you respect their opinion?
Um, I respect anybody' opinion that's judging it by the science. If you just judging it by opinion, then it don't really matter to me. But if you judging it by the science, like how much figurative language I used in every round, how many syllables I was rhyming, how many times I rhymed those syllables and how the syllables was connecting, and the stuff that I said, who said it before, who used it before, who did it, if it was original or not. And if you judging it by that, then I want to listen. But if not, then it's all opinionated. You only going by what the crowd did and what the crowd said or what somebody else said, and your opinion don't really matter to me. Because I'm dope. I'm the one that's been writing longer than anybody that could give me an opinion. Put in more work, wrote for more people, and dedicated way more time to writing lyrics and understand way more about lyrics than anybody that's gonna give me a comment. So it got to be based off the science for me to really care about it.
Got you. Give them your social media
Cassidy underscore Larceny. That's LARSINY. It's the blue check. Follow me
on everything.
for sure. And anybody want to do business, y'all could get with me at shitlitty@gmail. SHITLITTY@gmail.
Shout
Oh,
out to
and everybody go to the webpage to get the merchandise, all of this gear, like all of the snapbacks, the hats, the
he ain't
dad
send me
hats,
nothing though, but he ain't send me nothing.
sweatsuits. Oh nah, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna make sure I do it. Um,
Shout out to Josh too for connecting us and making this happen too. Shout out to the homie Josh.
Shout out to him,
Deep
man.
concept music. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure I get you some merchandise though. But everybody
Yeah.
tuned in. The webpage is CassidyTheHustler.com. DAHUSTLA. CassidyTheHustler.com.
And you your YouTube also. Tell them about your YouTube.
Bars is Back TV. Everybody subscribe. I'm not gonna start no blog, but I'm gonna start giving some juice. Start giving y'all the some rules and regulations, and start letting y'all know the science to teach y'all how to be better fans, or if y'all actually working and artists, how to be a better rapper.
Got you. All right, so yo, we I think we covered everything. Oh, before we go, I do have, what is the biggest misconception about you that you want to clear up for the audience?
Um, I don't know what would be the biggest misconception about me. I don't know.
Well, I went through it earlier
That's
that you don't like nobody, that everybody
sure.
thinks you don't like nobody, everybody think you don't want to work with nobody, everybody think you better than everybody, so you don't want to work with them. But you cleared
Everybody
all that
thinking
up.
that I beef with Swiss Beats when we never had an argument. Swiss Beats never even raised his voice at me before. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Is a lot of other issues like we talked about on your show where people think AR caught a body for me and all of this other shit. It's like so many big misconceptions through my time.
You know,
Like
you
I don't
never
know
talked
which
about
one.
that publicly though, right? We didn't talk about that publicly. We talked about that sidebar. You never said that publicly. What really happened? You know that, right?
I'm not sure. I
No,
don't
that was
know.
me. I'm telling you, that was me and your sidebar. We never spoke about that publicly with the whole, how that whole thing. Me and you talked about it sidebar, but we never
Okay.
put that on camera. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we never put that on camera because you know the thing is, people do really believe that he killed somebody for you and you went to jail. That and y'all went to jail and you left them in jail. But you told me, in your opinion,
Yeah,
what really happened behind the scenes. But we didn't. We never put that on camera.
yeah, that was a big misunderstanding. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That situation ain't have nothing to do with me, and I was really trying to neutralize it. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Um, and them dudes put me in jail. Like out of everything, I shouldn't have went to jail. And the dudes that told and put me in jail was AR homies.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what a lot of people don't understand neither. They thinking like it's just some random person told, or maybe the people that got shot told. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really understand the situation and how it went down.
Whoa,
And
whoa,
they
whoa,
don't.
whoa, whoa. You know that went past my head. His homies, the people who was with y'all?
Yeah, it was with us and was with him. Well, they wasn't with me. They was his homies that was with us. We was all together, but they
Mm.
was his homies that he vouched for. And those is the ones that got caught and told on us all. That's how me, AR, that's how we all got locked up.
Mm.
So he was vouching for me, for them dudes, and telling me that they was solid. They was like, you know what I'm saying? They was goons and they was this. And those was the ones that got us all locked up.
Mm.
But niggas don't realize, like, even after that, like, even though they told on me, I still ain't hold AR accountable because all of the music and everything we did was after the case. It
Mm.
wasn't like we did all of this music and y'all knew about AR before that. Everything that we did was after we already came home.
Mm.
So, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand what niggas is talking about. Like, when AR was in the drinking two-step video with his larceny family shirt and dancing, this is all after the case, after I come home. Like,
Mm.
but that's how it go.
Y'all
It's
cool
like
though, right? Like, cause I remember I asked
it's
him
a
for like,
situation. It's a situation that I never should have been in, but
mm-hmm.
I just believe in standing tall. Now that social media is popular, you can find out when people telling, and you can find out about people cases and their situation a lot easier now. Back then, it's before social media was popular. So the way that I was carrying it and all of the things that was going on, a lot of people wasn't informed about. So they was just taking a little bit of information and just painting their own picture and not really sure about what was going on.
When the last conversation you had with Ab though?
Um, I'm not sure.
Mm.
Um, I'm not sure. We ain't talking a minute. You know, he locked up and everything. So I ain't
Yes.
talked to him. he been locked up and dealing with them situations and all that. I mean, we did talk before that, before he got locked up, but we ain't talking a long time.
Yeah, free Ab, and definitely. I don't, I was hearing stories about the way they was treating
I
him in
didn't
there.
talk to him until right after he started doing them blogs. Like
Mm,
right after he started doing them blogs and start saying crazy shit and all that. That's the last time I reached out and talked to him. Like I'm not gonna do a blog back. Like I wanted to talk to him to see where it was at.
mm,
And that was like really the last time I really, you know what I'm saying, got a chance to really bust it up with him around that time.
got you. All right, so this is Cassidy. Follow him on all social media. Uh, uh, you got 2 projects out. Tell them again.
The science and the formula. The science and the formula is on all platforms, man. Crazy, crazy music, man. Everybody check it out.
And you're getting some more visuals coming out.
Yeah, a bunch of visuals is coming.
Got you. A bunch of visuals is coming, and you got some other things coming on. You said you're getting back in the ring this year.
Yeah, I got to, man. It's only right, man. It's only right. I gotta come back, man.
Got you. Okay.
Especially this condition that we in with this quarantine time, no crowds is perfect for me. So I can't wait to just make an example out of one of these dudes.
Got you. And you said anybody could get it.
For sure.
Anybody. All
But
right.
I
So
hope I just hope next time they pick somebody that's more on my level, man.
got you. All right. So yo,
Or at
this
least
is
past my level. Why can't I be like the little battle rapper that's like the underdog and you get somebody with even more accomplishments than me that did way more than me so I could feel hungry like I got something to accomplish? Why can't they do that?
so you want an industry dude.
Something like somebody that accomplished something so I could feel like, damn, it's worth beating them. Like,
I throw a name right here that Banks, Lloyd Banks.
yeah, that'd be better. I
Okay.
feel a little bit more motivated against Banks.
Cassidy versus Lloyd Banks. Could we start campaigning that? Cassidy versus Lloyd Banks. And because you said this, if y'all go back and y'all watch the battle,
I was
watch.
talking with league owners and they were supposed to have that set up a minute ago, but I don't think Banks wanted to do it, so I don't think that's something he want to do.
Nah, we gotta campaign that because you said the battle rappers basically you said they bums to you. You know what I'm saying? They ain't worth they not worth your pen. You dumbed it down for them. So I think Banks would be
Nah, I
crazy.
don't say they not bums. They good at what they do. They just ain't do enough for me to just, you know what I mean, take them serious enough. But at what they do with battle rap, you know what I mean, a lot of them is good. Like I fuck with them. I be sparring with battle rappers all of the time, calling their phone, letting them hear bars. They let me hear bars. I be giving them inspiration. Like they good at battle rapping, but that's it.
Mm.
And it's like I do so much more that how can you compare me to them?
So Gillie is out of the question too.
Gillie, I'm not sure if Gillie rap anymore,
Mm.
but Gillie got a fan base from doing his his internet shit from doing that right now, and he used to rap, got a little history, so if he wanted to come back, that might be possible. I
Mm.
mean, it'd be better than I guess just a battle rapper, like, cause that's not all he do. He not like battling all the time, so it'd be more interesting.
I still want to see you on Mook though, just for the nostalgia of it. You know what I'm saying? It was supposed to go down like 20 years ago. We still got. I think that'll cause a lot of that'll everybody will wake up for that one.
I like to see myself against all these dudes, man. Tell these leagues to make it happen, man. Set it up.
Got you. All right, Cass, I'm gonna let you go. I'll build with you later. Yo, you text me. Didn't you text me like 2 weeks ago too?
I didn't know if that was still your number, man.
Yeah,
I
you
thought I
did,
was like,
cause that wasn't your number. So I was like, damn, who the hell is this? But then I thought about it. I thought about I thought about the figurative language. That was you.
yeah, I was trying to tap in, man. Just
yeah,
check on
yeah,
you, bro. You know,
yeah. I'm good. I'm good. All right, so yeah, I'll build with you later on. I'm gonna let
every,
you.
every they need to know that you got a lot of information too. Last time I was around you, you was putting me on to a lot of real shit, man.
Oh yeah. My
Much real
audience.
shit.
Yeah, my audience. That's what I'm saying. Cause we be
I
having.
know, I know. So much time passed since the last time we talked. You got so much more information right now. I can only, you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, we when I come to the A, being that you out there, I'm definitely I'm definitely going to come come to the studio and listen to some more music and let them know, you know what I'm saying, that cuz like I said, I heard some stuff and I'm gonna make you go on them hard drives. Like, yo, where that song at? Where that song at? Cause you had some, but I could imagine what you have now. You know what I'm saying? That one thing I'll give you credit, I've heard music that I was like, yo, hold up, Cass, put this out. Why you holding this record? And yeah, it's kind of he got some crazy records. You know what I'm saying? He got some
Thank you,
crazy
man.
records.
And check them new projects out, man, and let me know what you think about them, man. They crazy.
Yep. All right, so yeah, that's what it is. So yeah, I'll be with you later on, Cass.
Salute to you, bro. Keep doing
Yep.
your thing, boy.
Will do. All right, peace.
Peace.
So yeah, so that's Cassidy. That's the homie. We build on a lot of stuff. You know, I'm just happy that he just came on the channel. We build. We have a lot of interviews. You know what I'm saying? Could I get the likes up too? It's like 800 people in here. We only got like 400 likes. Could we at least get to 800? This was very, very impromptu. We just, sometimes I just speak to some of my guys that I know in this industry and I'll be like, yo, let's do an interview. And they always say, come on. So I could have planned this a little bit more. I could have promoted a little bit more, but this is it. So shout out to everybody who subscribed. Shout out to everybody who liked. Shout out to everybody who showed love. Shout out to y'all for rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? I am Doggie Diamonds and I am the undisputed interview king. Don't ever forget that. And even watch what's happening. Watch what's coming out. Shout out to Philly too. Philly is the home of my favorite spitters. You know what I'm saying? My favorite spitters. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Philly. So it is what it is. And thank y'all. I just need y'all to share. I need y'all to like this. I need y'all to leave a comment. You know what I'm saying? Cassidy, you can't cut Cassidy off too. I give him credit. He be locked in. Ain't no cutting Cassidy off. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all though. But I'm Doggie Diamonds. I gotta go. Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Peace. Make sure you click subscribe. YouTube.com/Doggie Diamonds TV. Until next time. Peace.